Good morning, everybody, and happy Thanksgiving, right? I always feel a little bit sorry for the turkeys on this day. But in any case, I'm super happy to see you all here. It's a very exciting day for us because we will be doing more than just, celebrating Black Friday. I have lots of new stuff lined up. We've kind of tactically been waiting for this moment, for this day. And knowing that most of you are probably off work, at least if you were based in the United States, and probably getting ready to go, shopping or something like that. So I thought this is a good moment maybe to catch you and just to kind of take you through things that we've developed this month, our regular update for our software, and some new features, some really exciting news as well for Windows users, some new service we also have. So, without further ado, let's go. So let's see what we got for you and what is new. I just want to quickly chat what's happening on our server. Ricky is here from Puerto Rico. Hello, Ricky. Good to see you. Someone from Sweden. Hey, Carol. Good to see you. Peter. Hello, Peter. Joseph. George. Oh, my God. George is in Paris. So nice, George. So happy for you. Then I have a Mojo from Ghana. Very good. And Wojciech. Hey, Wojciech. Poland. Oh, my God. I love this. United Colors of color grading. Hey, Hero. Hey, Peter. Good to see you, Diver. Ricardo from Germany. My God. Ukraine as well. Yevgen. Very good. Very good. Very good. Super, super happy to see you all, guys. So, as promised, I want to just take you a little bit through what is new. So, first of all, I'm going to announce a sale that we got going on. The next thing I want to take you through is the update. So we have a 2.3. So I'm going to just, explain to you what is new. It's already live. You can download it from our site, or the auto updater is going to give you 2.3 Colourlab AI. Then we're launching a brand new service which is called the Look Exchange. I'm going to explain that a little bit. It's something that kind of was brewing under and a little bit happening, and now we've said, okay, listen, let's go and help our users with that. And then we have a new piece of software for Adobe users who are on Windows. And there is quite a few of you guys there. So I think you're going to be happy to know that we are slowly and safely moving towards Adobe for Windows. And I'll explain why this is important. And then at the end of it, I'm going to give you a deal. We have a one-off deal for all of you who are watching this live stream. That is not going to be available anywhere else, and it's just going to last a very short amount of time after we finish stream as well. So it's a very, very special. So stay with us until, and it's going to be too long, but I'm pretty sure you're going to enjoy it anyway. All right, so let's go. So sale is on, and it is 50% across all products. We wanted to make it very simple for you. You don't have to put in any codes or anything. It's just there, basically. Every product is discounted. From today, from now, until end of Monday. This is end of Cyber Monday. So basically, in this period, and this is the only time, I say the only time we are going to discount products this much, right? You won't, see this ever again. And, it's a special day for us. It's our biggest sale. And we make it really crack, for this, few days a year. I think it's 3 days, right? Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday as well. 4 days, right? Okay, so basically, take advantage of it. Take advantage of it, because if you're already using the software, you might as well save some money. And if you're a fan, you should do it. So, for example, you can get now Colourlab AI Studio for $24 a month. So think about it. So this is basically Colourlab AI Pro. This is Look Designer plugin, Look Designer for Adobe, and Look Designer for DaVinci, for Windows and for Mac. So this is basically all possibilities. And then you also get the Grain Lab, which we're updating very soon. So all of that bundle for only 24 a month. So this is normally what you would be paying just for the pro subscription. So now you can get, I think, normally, like, this software was going to cost around $100 a month, but because studio package is already discounted and we then discounted it on top. So I think, it's a really, really giveaway. And if you're a Windows user and you're using Look Designer plugin, it's now only $124 a year, right? So, it's a really no-brainer. Like, you get tons of software and tons of things, like, for really no money at all. So, it pays off to wait. So for those of you who've been holding back, now it's the moment, right? And if you're kind of thinking, oh, maybe my software is going to expire or something like that, you can also try to upgrade, because everything now is discounted, so on stores. So whatever you try to do, even you want to, upgrade your existing package or, convert from monthly to annual or something like that, you are, going to benefit from this deal. Okay, so what is new in 2.3? So let's go and do that. So basically, number one thing is we've added a new IDT. You are actually going to see a little bit more things that we are developing at the moment for our users who have to work with still images. Very often you're going to get a still or a graphic file or some resource exported to you in Adobe RGB color space. So this is not an sRGB color space. Adobe RGB is different. It's a little bit bigger. It's used a lot in like retouching and stills photography because it translates very well for prints. It is not supported in DaVinci Resolve at all. And that's a problem. So sometimes, you want to bring in items into DaVinci and, you can't really, display them correctly. So now you have Adobe RGB as an IDT. Okay, the next thing. We have now generic log setting is a camera setting. Okay, so what does that mean? So actually, let me just show you this quickly on my desktop so that you can see really what I mean, right? So here we go. So basically, if you go into your camera settings here, like, when you say shot settings, right? And then you go and you say, hey, you have now camera profile, which is called log generic, or so you basically select that. Or here, if you go into camera profiles, right, you can say camera type, it's log generic. So in the past, you had to generate a camera, but this profile, you guys seem to love and use a lot. And of course, we just made it a little bit more accessible. For those of you who are not familiar what log generic is, it's a profile that you use for type of material when you don't know exactly the camera source, but you know that it's not 709, it's some form of log. So you just apply log generic, and then we'll do our work in the background to try to optimize your log signal to behave in best possible way. So we will try to measure and understand how to extract the most dynamic range out of it. So it's really good if you kind of have lots of different cameras and you don't know really what they are. It's a perfect solution. You just select that and then we take care of the rest. Okay, so let's see what else we got. So another thing that we got is we fixed the red playback. So some of you had the problem that, when you loaded red files in DaVinci or Adobe, that, when they would come over, there was a little bit issue with time codes and some files wouldn't play correctly. So we fixed that now. What we didn't manage to fix is issues with some Sony files inside Final Cut. And that's not our problem. That's Final Cut. It doesn't read time codes from Sony files. And I think this is general known issue for Final Cut users. And we're going to have to wait for Apple to, start reading time codes. Otherwise, we read time code, they don't. So then, we got basically files that say, oh, it's a 00 time code, and we actually have a completely different one. So it's impossible for us to fix this problem because, we can't really understand, not read time code from those files, if you know what I mean. So basically, the Premiere and DaVinci issues for all these timecode issues with Red and some Sony FX files are now fixed. Now, we did some updates as well for macOS Ventura. There were some issues, like, where we're saving files and with multiple saves, and we're taking advantage of some of the updates. So this is like just a little kind of, operational issues. Then we also fixed, the Adobe plugin is now faster. Okay, but so just so you know, it's going to get even faster. So we are now actually in the first step. We increased the speed. We were told it by some of the users when they have a very long timelines of like, thousands of clips, that it takes, too long. So what we did is we've now improved the speed. You can also work offline with them. And we are going to continue improving the speed there. We have actually found a way how we can accelerate the Adobe plugin even further. I'm talking about the Colourlab AI plugin when you're sending back, okay? And then one more thing is, yes, we have added now the alpha support in Adobe plugin. So many of you would, for example, use some, files that have alpha channel in them. Now you can totally, like, we will respect your alpha channel. We will not override, and our color is not going to affect your alpha. So that's a really important, because some of you wanted to use it on green screen. And as you know, this plugin also works inside After Effects. So it's a great way sometimes how to match background and foreground and all the other, crazy stuff that you guys are doing. It's all now possible. So really, really, really exciting update. Okay, cool. Now, this is the service we're launching, okay? You know that we already had the Discord server, and we've just decided to take it to the next level, okay? The Discord server was just getting busier and busier and busier. We have now several thousand people on it. And, we really wanted to take advantage and just, help community of that server. And then we kind of asked a little bit around, and we asked, hey, what could we do? So what we basically are doing is we're completely revamping the server. It's going to be called now the Art of Color. And there is a couple of really, really interesting features. And probably the most important and most interesting feature is something that we call the look exchange. Okay, so let me just explain to you a little bit, what that is and how that works. All right. So I'm just going to go now to my Discord server, and I'm just going to show you a little bit, like, how that works. So here we are. We are now so you see it looks a little bit different. The icon has changed, it's like, has this kind of, color grid now like that. And, if you're first coming to it, there is a kind of, start here. We're going to keep adding stuff to it. But straight away at the top, you're going to see something which is called Look Exchange. Okay, and we just started now posting stuff on it. So you're going to see in the next days, and like more and more stuff appearing here. So let me explain you. The first thing here we have is the Smart Looks. So what are Smart Looks? So Smart Looks is basically your AI reference files that have been turned into a smart look. So basically, so what it is like we take an image, or you can also take an image, and you can then convert that image into smart look. So we create something which is called a fingerprint, okay? And then that fingerprint can then become your AI reference, okay? And we also combine this fingerprint with a Showlat, which we call an XO1 file, and then together they become sources for your grading. So they become your basically references, okay? And the first one, and I'm sure it's not going to come as a surprise to you that the first one we posted, the first, collection is by Roger Deakins. So basically, some of his most iconic looks from, decades of his work. So let me show you basically how you're going to use it. So here is this little zip file that you're going to download. And then once you have downloaded the zip file, you go into your AI references, and then you click here on the plus, and then you say import AI references right here, and then you click on that, and then you select all of your files that that you have unzipped. And they are going to be like called CLX files. They're these special fingerprints, right? and they are going to appear here, like I've just put them all into a folder. If you don't get the folder automatically, you can also click here on this plus and say create new folder, call it the name of your collection. This one's called Roger Deakins by Mr. Blue. And then basically you're going to get all of those images, right? And they are now your references. So have you ever wondered what it would be like that you can actually use the work of these famous cinematographers and filmmakers and try to, get that as a source of inspiration for your looks? So now it's as simple as just importing the collection, bringing it in. You just load it as a reference. The settings that I'm using are like a smart match. So basically, let me just show you. When I'm matching, I'm using AI selection as my default. And I'm going to maybe disable my auto exposure because I know, so I don't use the auto exposure. So I'm just going to use AI selection as my default model. So for example, let's say I have this shot. I'm just going to go click on this, and basically it's going to go and give me the match for it, right? It's going to analyze this shot. Oh, what I did is I selected all of them. By the way, this is a new feature. Now when you select all of the shots and you press A button, it will automatically give you that. So basically, look, so this is now how it has, created a look, based on this Blade Runner reference, right? Or I can now go further down and say, oh, maybe like something more wintry like this, this is the assassination of Jesse James. So let's go. I'm going to click this now, and bang, it's going to give me this as a result, right? Or I could go and say, well, I'm not sure about that, but maybe I want something warmer, right? Okay, why not? Like, maybe I can go back to Blade Runner look, and I can just go and click that one, and now, boom, I have it looking as a Blade Runner. I absolutely love this. I'm sorry, but this is just, I'm sure you could do this by hand and load a reference and, do it by eye. But I have to tell you, this is so much more fun. Or like, hey, there is a Skyfall, the James Bond, let's see that one. Right? And it's just absolutely insane. So look, I can then just choose which looks I want, which works the best, and then I can say, oh, I really love this blue one. I make that my reference. Then I select the other shots, right? And I say, hey, why don't you give me now a match for all these two other shots? Now you use your own shot as a reference. And by the way, there is also special LUT included in this, So it's a combination of a fingerprint and LUT, and now you basically can get all of these things, like, just do working. I mean, I think that this is going to be the source of inspiration for so many of you. Like, this is, I believe, what is going to make, kind of color grading so much more fun. If client comes, you could just be able to say, hey, why don't we go and play a little bit around? Let's see what kind of looks we're going to be able to get. How about this look? It's insane, I have to tell you. I cannot get enough of this. So look, I'm going to post the videos to give introductions to how you can make your own collections. We're gonna basically open it for you guys. Feel free, to generate your collections and share them with everybody else. I believe that, together we can create an incredible source for colorists where they're going to be able to basically, this is really what we need sometimes. Like instead of, just kind of constantly trying to kind of fiddle around with controls, isn't just much more fun just to kind of go and try things out, right? And say, hey, maybe I want to have a look, this No Country for Old Men. Wow, look at that one. But by the way, you always have an option to go manually in, and then maybe like, select, one of these options and go like, this is maybe a better match. So anyway, it's just the beginning, as I said, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what you guys are doing. Another thing that we also are putting now in Discord, and we're going to make it a little bit more official, is basically the showcase. So, we already have like, showcases where you guys can post the work. So this is, some amazing stuff from Max. Look at the stuff that Max grading. I mean, it's just amazing, right? So feel free once you have kind of used these presets and once you develop them, look at this stuff. Look at this stuff. Let me see, who is this? This is Tio Pham. Amazing, amazing. And you know, this is such an incredibly talented community that's working here. Benny has just posted a little reel. Amazing. Oh my God, and look at this stuff. Right? So this is also a great source of inspiration when you see what your colleagues and people, you know, the other colorists, you know, who are using, you know, Colourlab and Look Designer, what they are able to create is just absolutely mind-blowing. Okay, so there we go. So I hope to like it. Now, how do you get on Discord? That's a very good question. I'm going to quickly just, guys, post in the chat a link, you know, later on. But, you know, for those of you who don't want to wait, you can just go and click on the Discord now and basically join it. This is the link I just posted in chat. Now, we will also, underneath in the video later on, we'll kind of post and explain you know, basically how, you know, you can join Discord and you know how to do all of this stuff. All right, so this is the first step. So this is the smart LUTs, and these LUTs work only like, you know, with Colourlab AI, of course, because you know this is the only application that currently, you know, can read the fingerprints. We have two other options. You know, there's going to be an option as well, which we call basically EXO ones. These are going to be special. You know, this is our format for LUTs. It's like a parametric LUT format. We're going to keep adding some stuff there. But also what we just added are DaVinci power grades. Okay, so look what they are. So somebody already saw them. Look, someone said, we just posted them this morning. People are like, oh, we love it. So again, you just download, you know, these presets, right? These are power grades. And then you go into DaVinci Resolve, right? And then you bring them in. You just say right mouse click, and then you import them, right? And then when you import them, they will come up like this. So they will look like, you know, let me just switch off this preview because this kind of, you know, live preview is driving me nuts. So, you know, like you can basically see them. And then what I recommend you do actually, that you actually right mouse click here and you say add power grade album, not normal still album, but power grade album, right? And then you call this power grade, you know, for example, like a major, right? Okay, major. All right, excellent. So now what I got is basically I got now, you know, and now that means the power grade means is everything is going to, every time I open another project, these presets are going to appear. And what's really cool about it is like, you know, it's a really now quick way for you to basically work with them. So you can just go and drag and drop and you have all these looks, you know, and these are actually presets for Look Designer, right? And we're going to continue building on them, right? So we'll, you know, this is again, just, you know, like right now, we're just giving you some presets that, you know, we already, you know, have in Colourlab AI, you know, but you see like it's so quick now to quickly audition and try stuff out. We'll give you some technical stuff here and so on and so on and so on. So, you know, it's a really like a much more elegant way of operating the Look Designer, and, you know, just having, you know, your favorite, you know, presets and stuff organized like that. And also like a very easy, I find that it's a little bit easier than just, you know, using the actual Look Designer interface. And please go ahead and use it, you know, this is all made for you. We just, you know, created even more of them and we'll keep adding them, you know, like, because, you know, once we kind of got all the stock presets, we're going to start building some more. We're also planning to invite, you know, colorists and other users to share them. So if you guys think you have a really cool preset, go ahead and, you know, make a little, you know, like you know, thumb for it, save it, export it as a still, and so on. I will also make instructions to how you can create presets that you want to share with the rest of the community. So yeah, this is to me like you know, probably something that you know, I waited for a long time. I really wanted, you know, us to kind of, you know, help each other more. And I think with this kind of, you know, ability to share, you know, these looks and presets, it's just going to be wonderful. So yeah, very, very happy for this. Okay, now the news for Windows users. And I'm going to explain you why this is important news. Okay, we now have a Look Designer for Adobe for Windows. Oh, wait. I should kind of play a sound effect, you know, to it. There must be some sort of, I think my software has got somewhere a sound effect thing, which I don't know anymore where it is, but sorry. But in any case, guys, oh, there it is, I think. 1 second. And now. Why is this very important? Because this engine is what's necessary for Colourlab AI to work on Windows. Okay? This is our color engine. So Look Designer is the same color engine that's inside Colourlab AI. Okay? So now that we have built the color engine, now we can attach the AI engine to it, because effectively, these are two elements, so you have a color engine, this really smart thing that produces all the color that, and then the AI engine is feeding into it. So we thought, hey, let's not hold back now that we have the color engine completed. Let's go and let users take advantage of it. You can start using it, and we'll develop the same presets like we did for DaVinci as well for Adobe Premiere, so you can basically start benefiting from all this amazing image processing that we have inside Colourlab and a Look Designer now for Adobe products as well, not just on Mac but also on Windows. And this is just to show you that there we have 100% commitment to delivering this Windows version, and I am so happy to finally see that. By the way, this Adobe plugin is now also on 50% sale. You just buy it and you get Mac and Windows version at the same time. And if you guys own a studio license, you'll get it as well for free included. So basically, it's just, it's just a part of the whole package. Okay, let me see. We are waiting for Windows. Someone said here, yes, Colourlab AI is coming. Colourlab, Vasya, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. I'm promising you it's coming. Okay, and now for the end of this live stream, I promised it's going to be a very quick one. I have something for you. So basically, for all of you who have been watching this stream, I have a super special deal. And this deal is going to stay live for only 1 more hour, a little bit more, until like 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So what is this? If you go to our website and you select Colourlab AI Studio Annual, only annual, Colourlab Studio Annual, which is now already on sale, right? Be careful, like this is the version that cost $499. Okay, this is the $500 version. Okay, with this code, you're going to get it for only $149. Okay, so there is, we can't go any lower than this. And we're not going to keep this for longer than an hour. You have a 1 hour window to do this. But I want to use this as our way to thank you. It's a Thanksgiving Day. I want to thank you for supporting us, for being with us, for inspiring us, for giving us amazing feedback, for making amazing requests, for encouraging us, for showing us your amazing work you do, for just basically being a purpose, because none of this would have any purpose of us doing it without you guys, really using this software and creating awesome stuff with it. And I want to thank you. You're the hardcore supporters of us, and with this, I really want to thank you for everything. And this is just our small way how we can say thank you. And thank you for tuning in. For those of you, I'm hoping that it's going to pay off for you, to being the follower and to being always with us. And as I said, I'm going to try to always thank you for that support. On that note, I want to say happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy, this wonderful weekend, for, extra days off. And yeah, it's a 1 year. It's a 1 year, Rand. It's 1 year, $149 for 1 year instead of $499. So yeah, it's a steal. But it's going to be there only for another 90 minutes, and then it's going to stop because it's just because you've been watching it and you've heard it and you know it. So thank you again. Enjoy, everybody, and I am really, really looking forward to seeing you soon. For those of you who are in color training, we're continuing next week with feature film masterclasses, and I will be posting more videos about, the new looks and you sharing this, about the Colourlab AI on our YouTube channel. So, keep an eye on that, and also look out for our emails as well. We will be announcing some interesting stuff soon as well. Enjoy, everybody. Thank you so much. And I'm really looking forward to the next stream. Thanks, and bye-bye. And now, where is my stop button? There we go.